So, earlier this morning, I was out with my mom, and we stopped somewhere to get coffee. And this place was packed, so I figured, I'm going to go in, I'm going to use the bathroom, I'm going to order these drinks, I'm going to wait, whatever, I'll just go in and deal with this. So I order these 2 simple drinks, and I'm just sitting there for about 20 minutes waiting for these drinks, and then I'm seeing other people come in and then leave quicker than I've been there. And I mean, I'm talking about they walk in, it's a couple of minutes, their drinks served, and then I've got like 15, 20 other people that they're calling drinks out for them to come get. And it's been about 20 minutes, and I'm like sitting there going, okay, what is going on? Why are people just walking in immediately, and 2 minutes later they're getting their drinks, and I've been here for 20 minutes and they're calling everybody out except for me, and I've probably got the most simple drink there could be. That's what I'm thinking to myself. But after this mother and daughter had walked in and got their drinks within 2 minutes, that's when I approached the barista and I was like, did they put my order in? Because it's been about 20 minutes and I've seen other people come in and get out without about 2 minutes or so. I'm not asking for you to make it immediately. I'm just trying to check on it. So I tried to approach it in, the best demeanor that I possibly could, even though I was aggravated. I wasn't yelling at anybody. I was just addressing the fact that I had been there for 20 minutes and other people are getting in and out very quickly while I'm sitting there for 20 minutes waiting on a simple drink. So the response I get is, we get the tickets how we get them, and I'm doing what I can do. Thanks. I'm like, I don't know what your problem is what I'm sitting here thinking after she said that. But that's not how you talk to somebody who is paying for something, and I'm not even being rude to you. I'm just making it apparent that I've been here for a while, and if I don't say anything, I'm probably going to be here for a more while. So that's what I'm thinking in my head is, what am I supposed to do? Sit here for 45 minutes and be ignored? And then you just do what you want? I don't know. I don't know why they think it's okay to be disrespectful and you're paying for a service. It's like nowadays people use COVID and everything else as an excuse to be the crappy, disrespectful way that they are no matter where you go. And I'm here having to go out in public and get a few things today. And I started thinking about this because I recently watched something on Netflix. And then I was talking to my mom about some things too, about just people in general. They need genuine connection with people, and they need to have meaningful relationships in their life, but the way people are, they don't know how to interact with anybody. They don't know how to be respectful. They don't know how to build relationships. This generation, all they know how to do is be on their phone and go shopping and be, all over the internet. But they don't know how to build relationships. They don't know how to be social. They know how to be rude. They know how to be disrespectful. They know how to be just outright weird and not even be human-like. And I notice people more and more. Things are very expensive between, the price of apartments, houses, cars, and things like that. But people, it's like what they're really needing are meaningful relationships in their lives, to be able to spend time with people and be able to have that relation that they really need deeper on the inside. But instead of doing that, they're either choosing alcohol, food, shopping to fill the hole, or they're looking to jump into romantic relationships in order to fill some kind of a hole that they have. And even that's not healthy. But more and more, I just see people being obsessed with stuff. Like, you go in the store and it's like they're going to run over you over some toilet paper or a TV or something, and it's just ridiculous. Like, I'm sitting here in this parking lot, and it is wall-to-wall people at these department stores, and it's all the time. It could be during the week and they're there. They're just overspending money, they're overeating, they're drinking, they're doing whatever they can to fill this hole that really no amount of shopping, no amount of eating, no amount of drinking, no amount of nothing is going to fill that hole. But the unfortunate part about it is I talk about having meaningful relationships, and I have even had a difficulty in finding meaningful relationships because there's just too many people that they're selfish. A relationship is supposed to be a two-way street, and it's supposed to be an equal give and take, but most people, they want somebody that they can take from. They're not looking to build a relationship. They don't even know how to build a relationship. They just know how to take. They just know how to drain. And so more and more people, they have these traumatic experiences with different people over a period of time. And either they were taken advantage of, they were abused, something happened that was an adverse action someone took out on them. And so they want to move further away from meaningful relationships, and they want to be stuck online, they want to be stuck in the store, they want something to make them feel better. But the problem is that there's just a disconnect in the world where you can't have a meaningful relationship with anybody anymore. They don't know how to be in a relationship. I don't even mean romantic. I just mean friendships. They don't know how to be a friend. They don't even know how to be human like. It's like they're a robot and they just bark at you. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And like I was listening to a Netflix series about some kind of twin flame company where basically they were selling people this idea that they would promise them that they would be in harmonious union with their twin flame. And they were making all these ridiculous promises to these poor people, and then trying to make them purchase like $2,000 and $3,000 programs to either be a coach of their company or to be a part of this organization that was an occult, that they ended up cutting their family members off and brainwashing them into being genders that they weren't even agreeing to be. Like, it was just the craziest thing. It was like this couple was brainwashing people to do and be somebody that they weren't. And these people that were the victim of this, it's not that I don't believe that they knew what was right and wrong. I just think they were so desperate to be a part of something that they went along with all that happened because they didn't want to feel by themselves. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people want to go and buy these expensive cars and houses and go out shopping and, overeat and do all these things, because they don't feel like they have genuine connection, and they don't know how to get it because people are very judgmental. And it's like the least little thing. It's like, I can't have anything to do with you because you look like this. I can't associate you because of this. Like the least little thing. And they're just, it's like narcissistic city in this generation, and just this time frame in the world that it is now. It's like they're looking for people to be perfect to have relationships with. And of course you don't want to be around people who are, have addictions and just they're not healthy to be around, or they need some serious help. But you can't expect people to be perfect in order to have a relationship. But people are just outright rude, disrespectful, selfish. They feel entitled, and they feel like you're a problem to exist, and people don't feel like they can make genuine relationship connections because this is the way people are, so they turn to other things when really they need people. But people just seem to be impossible. I'm not saying they all are, but there are a lot of people who make it impossible to have a relationship with them, and there's more and more of them. Like, the more I go out in public, the more I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to spend time with you in the store, so if you go home like this, I don't know who would want to spend time with you there either. But I think more and more we need to become more aware of things that we're turning to, because really we're turning to things that it might give you a dopamine high for a total of 5 minutes, but there is a consequence that comes with it. You know, if you eat the wrong things or eat too much of it, there's a consequence. If you spend too much money, there's a consequence. You know, whatever you're turning to that's really not healthy, there's a consequence for it, and it's not giving you a long-term return for it. Relationships are not the same as they used to be. People really don't know what a relationship is. They know what a transaction is. And it's disturbing. It's like, you know, it's like a store. They think people are a store, like you're just supposed to, you know, get around people and they're just supposed to give to you. That's not how that works. People have a very distorted perception of what relationships should be, and they're not who you need them to be in order to have a healthy relationship. And I don't mean like imperfections. I just mean they just have this entitled narcissistic mindset that they're overly important and that people should just do for them. That's not a relationship. Either that or they're stuck in their phone and they don't know how to connect with people in order to have a meaningful relationship. And it's just disturbing. It's disturbing the way people are. I don't know. But it really bothers me that people are turning to food and they're turning to shopping and doing things that really it's going to harm them in the end. And they really need meaningful relationships, but it's like, it's hard for that to be come by. That's why a lot of people, they'll either go to a concert or they'll go and do things where they can get around people, but really, you could be in a crowd of people and feel completely by yourself, because people are only aware of themselves and they have no regard for anybody anymore. Just like the coffee shop. I don't think that I'm overly important. It's not that I'm unwilling to wait. But why are you outright disrespecting me because I'm trying to make it apparent of something? People don't know how to talk to anybody anymore, and that's why people don't even want to try to have relationships, because there are decent people who do know how to have an equal give and take relationship, but then they're encountered by people who are just outright just act fool, like just narcissistic and disrespectful, rude. I don't get it. I just don't get it, but I don't know. I'm just trying to get people to understand that what you're needing is a meaningful relationship, and the shopping's not going to fill you up. The eating's not going to fill you up. The drinking, whatever you're using to fill you up, it is only going to make you feel empty in the end. And really, I feel for you, because you need relationships and people you can depend on. That's what you really need. And unfortunately, the world is in a state where there's a lot of people who can't offer you that. So I feel for you.